I want to talk about the after effects of going through this because I feel like I haven't seen many survivors talking about it and how to deal with it. I was heavily drugged and dissociated and disoriented whenever this happened, but from what I remember, I was harvested from birth to age 18. The biggest, most debilitating symptom of harvesting that I experience is an insane craving for physical touch. Like, it almost feels chemical, beyond regular touch starvation. And I think it has to do with how much was extracted from it. From my experience and my understanding, the most effective and most needed way to help harvesting survivors recover is to be held physically and metaphorically by the community. By harvesting this stuff, they've basically took our life force. So we need to be surrounded by it to recover. However, this is not a perfect world, and I don't think we're really at the stage yet where people want to do that kind of holding each other. So until that time comes, one thing that I found is really, really helpful that alleviates some of the like horrible pain and suffering that comes from like needing touch all the time. It's actually massaging your ears, auricular massage. In Chinese medicine, the ears are kind of like a fractal of the rest of the body. And it's kind of like a baby lying upside down, so like the head's here and the feet are here. And so you can sort of connect to any region in your body through the ears. And for some reason, because I'm not a practitioner, for some reason, I'm able to access my adrenals and like super calm my body down by massaging my ears, especially in the middle, which I guess would correspond to where the adrenals are. The next most debilitating symptom I experience is constant dizziness and vision swimming, as if my body is in a state of perpetual shock. That's probably from the torture that you have to go through when they're extracting this stuff, and also from like the drugs that you're on, and also the fact that this is a drug, and so it's like also in your system. And so I feel like my adrenaline system has been permanently altered. So it's not like fight or flight, it's like, again, an amplified version of that. Taking potassium supplements has helped with that, but I have not been consistent about that, so I'm going to try that again, and if it works, maybe I'll update you guys and see, if it works. But I know that other people have found that it works very well. I have an insane fear of IVs, like major PTSD. Anytime that I have to get an IV for whatever reason, I'm basically going to pass out, or like get blood drawn, I'm going to pass out. So if I'm ever like in need of an IV and I just don't, I want to avoid it and I can, what I'll do is I will simulate as if I'm getting an IV by taking like very small sips of spring water. Like Fiji water is my favorite. I actually tested it by putting it in a plant. Like I put tap water in the plant for like a week, and then I tested it by putting Fiji water in the plant the next week, and there was a huge difference. So that's all I drink. It's expensive, but like I deserve it. But yeah, slowly sipping tiny sips of spring water and coconut water, because it has all the electrolytes, over a period of like 2 hours, and that kind of has the same effect of having an IV if I'm dehydrated, if I'm like super dehydrated and I would need an IV. I have also experienced other symptoms that are kind of like probably influenced by other things as well, but I still want to mention them because they do feel related. So blood sugar issues, feeling like completely drained, like beyond normal adrenal fatigue, and also having hormones imbalanced. So I'm working on those in ways that sort of work on other systems in conjunction. So like eating kr0m, which is, in English it's bitter melon, and you can basically blanch it like you would broccoli in hot water for like 2 minutes and then saute it. And I'll eat that like twice a year, and that actually seems to keep my blood sugar pretty stable. I also eat a high protein, high fat, and low carb diet with lots of greens and green juices, and that also seems to really help my blood sugar stay stable. So I think the main takeaway from all of this is that when the people come out of the underground and we are forced to face the fact that this has been going on and there are many, many people in need of our help, they will have experienced this for many years. And so what they're going to need right off the bat is to be held. For so long, I shamed myself for this. I was like, I'm so needy. Like, why do I need this so much? And realizing that like literally my life force was drained and it's a need made me realize that it's okay. And so we need to start thinking about how are we going to be ready to meet that need for all of these people that are going to be emerging from the underground. I think that's going to end up being another series on this channel, like developing ways to take care of them because we owe it to them. They've already gone through enough.